This week's sponsor is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Some people have stress balls. We have this.
Welcome to this week's show of Mano y Mano. I'm Jason, aka J-Ro.
I'm Nick, aka Wolfman.
We're doing the UFC 139 predictions this Saturday, November 19th in San Jose, California.
Stacked card.
There's a lot of fights on the card, so let's get to it.
First fight, let's see it.
Shamar Bailey versus
Danny Lascaux Castillo.
This fight is at 155 pounds. A little bit about Shamar. He is a wrestler. Ultimate Fighter fame. That's pretty much it. Don't get me wrong, he trains stand-up and so on, but he is a wrestler. He's coming off a loss to Evan Dunham. That was in New Orleans.
Yes.
We were there. Tell us a little bit about Danny Castillo.
Danny Castillo, stand-up fighter, power behind his hands. He's coming off a loss also against Jacob Volkman.
Who are you going with?
Danny Castillo, Lascaux.
I agree. Next fight, Matt the Mortal Brown versus
Seth, the Polish Pistola Bakzinski.
This fight is at 170 pounds. Matt Brown is coming off a win over Doomsday.
Yep.
That was an upset at the time. Matt Brown's pretty much all-around fighter.
Yep.
Decent stand-up, decent ground game. Tell us a little bit about Seth.
Alright, the Pistola, he's coming off a win. Clay Harbison in New Orleans, we were there also. This guy, stand-up fighter, he likes to bang.
Who are you going with?
The Pistola.
I'm going to disagree. I'm going to go with Matt Brown here. He's coming off a big win. I think he continues his winning streak.
Alright.
We'll see what happens.
Next fight.
Next fight, we got Miguel Angel Torres versus
Nick Pace.
this fight is at 135 pounds. Miguel is coming off a loss to Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, so he's in desperate need of a victory.
Yep.
Miguel is an all-around good fighter. Ground game, stand up, he is just a good fighter. He used to hold the belt at 135 pounds,
Yep.
so he lost to
Brian Bowles.
Tell us a little about Nick Pace.
Nick Pace, he's coming off a loss against Ivan Minivijar. I want to say if that's right. He's an all-around fighter. His record's 6-2. Who you got?
I'm going with Miguel.
I'm going with the Gal also.
Yeah, I think he comes back strong.
Yeah, he needs to.
Next fight, Gleison Tebow versus
Rafael dos Anjos.
this fight is at 155 pounds. Gleison is coming off a victory over Oliveira, right?
Yes.
Gl-
Submission.
Gleison is a big 155 pounder.
Yes.
He is a big dude.
He's wide.
Good ground game, good stand up. He's a good fighter. Tell us about Dos Anjos.
He's coming off a victory against George Sotiropoulos,
It was
which was an upset victory at the time.
Very big upset.
Yes.
59-second knockout, right?
Yes, sir.
Dos Anjos, good fighter as well.
Yep.
This is definitely a toss up.
Yeah, I'm going with Dos Anjos, though.
I'm going to disagree again. I think Tebow is a stronger fighter and he's going to wear him down. So I'm going with Tebow. Next fight, we got Filthy Tom Lawler versus
Chris, the All-American Weldman.
this fight is at 155 pounds. Tom Lawler is basically a wrestler. It's funny because he comes out in different get-ups. He basically has a full beard. There was one time he had the Dan Severn mustache.
Oh, that's sick.
He comes out in the tights. I mean, he's a wrestler, but he likes to stand and bang as well.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about
Weldman. He's a Division I wrestler. He's coming off a victory against, I want to say it was Bongfelt.
Yeah.
There we go. But he's one-dimensional wrestler. Stand-up's all right, but I'm going with Filthy Tom on this one.
I'm going with Filthy Tom as well.
All right, next fight.
Next fight, we got Michael McDonald versus.
Alex Soto.
This fight is contested at 135 pounds.
Yes.
A little bit about Michael McDonald. He's actually ranked top 10 at 135 pounds. He is a damn good fighter.
Yep.
6-fight win streak. Gosh, his nickname is what? Mayday?
Mayday.
That's a sick nickname, by the
Yeah.
way. Tell us about Soto.
Alex Soto, this is his UFC debut. His last fight was a draw. I'm going to go with the UFC veteran on this one.
Yeah, I agree.
Mayday.
Soto is undefeated, but he does have that draw.
Yeah,
But
that's the only blemish on his record.
Michael McDonald, he's going to keep that win streak going. I'm going with Michael McDonald.
Same here.
It's not the singer, by the way. Next fight, we got Ryan Darth Bader versus
Jason Hitman Brills.
Bader, 205 pounds, coming off a loss to my boy Tito. Before that, he lost to Bones Jones.
Yep. That was for a title shot, by the way.
Yes. Bader's basically a wrestler. He's trying to do the stand-up thing, which you have to in order to become a complete fighter.
Yep.
Tell us a little about Brills.
Brills coming off of the loss against Vladimir Monashenko.
He's the same thing.
Yeah, he's a wrestler, but he likes to stand and bang. I don't think he's gonna win this fight though.
I think Bader comes back strong.
Yeah, exactly. You just can't go on a 3-fight losing streak. That calls for a cut.
Yeah, so Bader.
Bader.
Next fight. It's at 205 pounds. It's Stephan, the American Psycho Bonner.
Against Kyle Kingsbury.
That is the gayest nickname I've ever heard in my life. Just thought I should say that. But the American Psycho, he was training at Tap Out. I don't know if he's still there or not, but he's coming off a win. Likes to stand and bang. You know him from Ultimate Fighter fame. With him and Forrest Griffin, those fights were pretty epic.
Yeah, it was.
Tell us about King's Boo.
4-fight win streak. I think he keeps it rolling. He's an all-around fighter. I think he gets the job done.
I think so too. Even though I don't like his nickname, I'm going with King's Boo as well.
All right, next fight.
Next fight, we got Martin the Hitman Campman, another Hitman name, versus
Rick the Horror Story.
This fight is at 170 pounds. A little bit about Martin. He's coming off a two-fight losing streak, which is a bunch of BS because I honestly believe he beat Diego, and I believe he beat Shields as well.
Yeah.
So it should be a 2-fight win streak, but that's why you do not leave it in the hands of the judges.
Exactly.
End of story.
Yep.
Martin is a good all-around fighter. Trains at Extreme Couture. Very cool guy. Had the pleasure of meeting him several times. Tell us about Rick Story.
Rick Story coming off a loss against Brenneman. Yeah, the guy that lost against Rumble Johnson. But he made Thiago Alves look like absolute garbage.
Yes,
That was probably by far one of his best fights.
Rick Story is a good wrestler, a good fighter. The Brenneman fight was a big upset.
It was definitely at the time.
This fight is definitely a toss-up. I mean, two very, very good fighters.
Yes.
Can Campman stay off his back? Can Rick Story put him on his back? I don't know. Who you going with?
I'm going with the Hitman, Mark Campman.
I'm going with Campman as well. I think the Horror Story may have a 2-loss streak after this.
All right, next fight.
Next fight, we're going to the main card. Uriah, the California Kid Faber versus
Brian Bowles.
Brian Bowles. This fight is contested at 135 pounds.
Yep.
A little bit about the California Kid. He's coming off a loss in the title.
Yeah.
Title against Cruz. It was a very good fight. I had the pleasure of being there. Uriah is very quick. He's unorthodox as well. His speed is amazing. His wrestling, I think 135 pounds is the best weight for him. He doesn't belong at 145 pounds, but he's a very, very good fighter. Great camp.
Yes.
Alpha male.
Alpha male doing work.
Yes. Tell us a bit about Bowles.
Brian Bowles coming off a victory against Mizugaki. Only thing that these guys share in common is they both lost to Dominic Cruz. Bowles was a title holder, lost to Cruz.
Yeah, it was actually stopped because Bowles broke his hand.
Yeah.
But
so he's on a 2-fight win streak right now?
Yes, the difference between these guys is Bowles has power.
Yes, power behind his hands.
Uriah has speed. Who are you going with?
Brian Bowles, I think he might have a good chance of knocking him out.
I think Bowles wins by KO as well. Bowles' only loss is against Cruz.
Yeah.
I think this may be an upset by us picking Bowles, but
yeah.
I think Bowles wins this fight.
Yeah, definitely agree.
On to the next fight.
Co-main event.
We have Vanderlei, the Axe Murderer Silva versus
Kung Lee.
This fight is being contested at 185 pounds.
Middleweight.
This fight, let me tell you, it has a potential to be the fight of the night. The Axe Murderer, we all know his career. He wasn't the Axe Murderer when he left the UFC and went to Japan. He lost to Tito, went to Japan, and he became the Axe Murderer over there, just his fighting style. But basically, he just bangs. This guy just stands in front of you and throws blows. I mean, that's what Vanderlei does. And, he's going up against Kung Lee.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Kung Lee.
Kung Lee, he was the former Strikeforce middleweight champion before Strikeforce did all that with the UFC. He's coming off a victory against Scott Smith back in Strikeforce. This is his first fight in the UFC. His kicks are sick.
Yes.
Hands down, best kicks ever.
Absolutely. And Vanderlei's coming off a loss to Lieben.
Yeah, he got knocked out bad.
Yeah. And he actually hurt Lieben, but we all know you hurt Lieben, he gets stronger.
Yep.
This would actually be an easy fight for Vanderlei if he just took Kung Lee to the ground, but we all know he's not going to do that. He's going to stand and bang. It's basically Kung Lee needs his distance in order to do the kicks.
Yep.
Vanderlei needs to be inside. These guys are just going to stand and bang.
I think so too. Who do you got though?
Oh, man. I think Vanderlei wins here. I think he has the better chin.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure?
I really do. Kung Lee lost to Scott Smith. Give me a break.
Scott Smith's the comeback king though.
Yeah, but he doesn't punch like Vanderlei. Let's be honest.
Alright, so you're going with Axe Murderer?
I'm going with the Axe Murderer.
I'm going with Kung Lee. Knocks him out with the head kick.
That would be sick.
It's gonna happen.
Either way, it's definitely gonna be the fight of the night.
Alright.
Next fight.
Here it is, main event.
Main event.
5-minute rounds.
It's at 205 pounds.
Yep.
We got Mauricio Shogun Hua versus
Dan Hendo Henderson.
Shogun basically coming off a win against Forrest
In Brazil.
Yep. Before that, he got completely destroyed by John Jones. But then again, who hasn't John Jones destroyed? This fight may put him back in title contention
if he wins.
Just with Shogun, he's good on the ground. He's good standing up. He's got sick kicks, sick knees.
Yes.
His submissions are amazing. But which Shogun is going to show up?
Yeah.
The Shogun that beat Forrest, or the Shogun that got annihilated by Jones?
And lost the title.
I mean, he looked amazing against Machida.
Yeah, he did.
And then he looked like garbage against Jones. Let's just be honest. I don't know which guy's going to show up.
I don't know either.
Tell us a little bit about Hendo.
Hendo, 3-fight win streak. He made Fedor, the last emperor, look like absolute garbage. His second stint back in the UFC, he was at Strikeforce for a little bit, did work over there. His last 3 fights on his win streak, all knockouts.
Yes, Hendo, Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yes.
He just basically sets up that right hand. He's known for knocking out
Bisping.
Bad. That's probably the worst knock I've ever seen in my life. Hopefully Mayhem could do that to him as well. But,
yeah, just hoping.
Hendo is just a strong guy.
Yeah.
Yes, he did fight Fedor out of his prime. Yeah, out of his prime, but Hendo's got a shot here. He's got a definite shot.
Huh?
Who are you going with?
Henderson, that right hand, it's sick.
I think Shogun wins. Sorry, Hendo, but I think Shogun just has more skills, and I think he puts it down. So that's my prediction. That's pretty much it, huh?
Yes, sir.
UFC 139, Saturday, November 19th in San
Jose. Yep.
Very good fight card. It's stacked from top to bottom, so watch it. Yeah. Congratulations to Cigano for winning the title, like I predicted. It wasn't really too much of a fight, but, we'll see how he does against Overeem once Overeem beats Brock.
Brock's going to win that fight.
Overeem wins.
Okay.
The Reem is coming.
Damn, whatever. All right, so that concludes it, right?
Yes. Thank you to our cameraman. Thank you to my nephew for holding the cards.
We got an audience now.
We got an audience. Thank you for the views.
Peace.
That's it. Take care, guys.